Hello and welcome back to SuperCoach Edge. Well, Liam, we've done a Morpheus from the Matrix and shown the good folk tuning in
how deep the rabbit hole goes
when it comes to forwards, mids, rucks, and defenders. And we didn't need a blue pill or red pill to do it. In fact, the blue pill would probably do something else, but that's a different matter entirely. The point is, Liam, we're at the end. We hit the end.
We've done it. Well, we haven't hit the end yet. We're almost there. We're on the home straight. We're almost there. Yep. About to turn the corner. That's right, though. This is the final preseason analysis episode where we round things out by looking at the most notable rookies in defense. Kind of sad about that. Really been enjoying these episodes. But in any case, before we kick off, you can find us littered across your social channels via YouTube. Simply search SuperCoach Edge, and please remember to subscribe, or don't forget to subscribe. Just please subscribe, please, to be notified of when our content does drop from week to week. So you never miss an episode, because why would you want to miss an episode? Yeah. On Twitter, you'll find us at @SuperCoach_Edge, David at DamoJ88, myself at Liam Evans _95, and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, search SuperCoach Edge, and that's where we'll be.
That is us. That's where we are. You'll see us there. Well, Liam, let's jump straight into it. As I've just cracked a can of rookie juice and it's fizzing up. Yes. It's fizzing over. Let's have a look. Let's have a taste.
Buzz Cola, the taste you'll kill for.
Available in the lobby.
Do they really think cheapening the memory of our veterans will sell soda?
I have to go to the lobby.
Let's kick off with our first defender rookie option for today, and it is none other than Nick Cox. 234.7k. He is pickable. He is selectable as a defender or a midfielder. He is priced at an average of 46.7 and only has the one bye. The unicorn, as he is known by Don supporters, due to his agility, considering his height and his versatility to play across multiple positions as a 200+ centimeter player, factors as a rookie this season at a price of just over 230k. He was hampered by injury in the last two seasons, playing just 11 games across 2022 and 2023 for averages of 45 and 46.7, which was a regression on his debut season where he averaged 56.8 and played 20 games off the top of my head. The key concern for Cox is, though, his position. Will he play across a wing or in the back line, or will he get thrown around? And will it be conducive to scoring? While his versatility is obviously positive in a football sense, it's not as good for his SuperCoach scoring. He has managed some respectable scores in his debut season. He had some high scores, from 81 to 97. So he does have the ability to score well. But equally, he's had low scores across his career of 29 and 40, and some of those will be sub scores, I assume, as well. The other risk is whether he is undoubtedly best 22 for the Dons. He's been thrown around in match sim, playing as a defender and on the wing, and potentially, I think, could even be thrown into the ruck, depending on matchups. And I can't remember, I have to say, in honesty, I can't remember if he's been playing predominantly on the A team or the B team. So I can't comment on that, or whether he's been thrown between the two. I know he's been thrown position to position. So sometimes he plays in defense, and when players get moved around, he then moves into the wing when there's a spot freed up. So that's one interesting thing. The key issue for mine, though, is I think he is high risk for the vest. Or not the vest anymore, but just as the sub. I think just his versatility may see him play as a sub, if a ruckman goes down. I mean, I wouldn't want to play him as a ruck, but he can offer that height to be able to play in the ruck. But he can play down back, he can play in the forward line. If he needs to play across a wing, he can play across a wing. I think that's the biggest concern I have for him, and that's going to hurt his scoring. And this is now my verdict. At 234k, he's a rookie or rookie price, but I'm just not as interested. If he was sort of priced 150k maybe, or 180k, I might consider him, or I'd be more likely to consider him. But I think with his sub risk and just his volatility in scoring, just because he's thrown around so often, I don't think he's a great pick for us at this stage. Does have handy DPP, which is nice, but I think there's other better options at this stage at lower prices.
Yep, I'll back you in here. Like just uncertainty with roll is a big thing as well. Like swung around everywhere. I remember when he first debuted and lanky, tall bloke, did a couple of nice things, running along the wing, all that sort of stuff. But now could be relegated to, in the kitchen, needing to reach something on the top shelf,
Exactly.
200 plus centimeters. Could play that role. Who knows? But
Yeah.
not conducive to Supercoach scoring, of course. That. But no, I'm not looking at him at all at this stage, and at that inflated price point that you touched on. No, he doesn't appeal at all. So let's move on to another option who should be appealing to a lot of people, and it is Zach Williams. He's priced at 216.1k. Of course, doesn't have a 2023 average because, unfortunately, he is only just returning from a season out through an ACL injury, and not a very, very nice injury at all, considering that he has had quite the number of injuries that have plagued him across his career, having never played a full season, believe it or not. He's played beyond the full allocation of when it was 22 home and away games in a season, across finals and stuff, but he's missed spatterings of games there, here and there. So not the most reliable. However, despite this, he has managed decent averages across the years with averages of 77.3, 84.7, and 85.4, 101.6, 93.9, and an 88.3 dating back to 2016. However, at his current price, if you can recapture the averages from years past that I just spoke of and go close to, say, a 90 in average, his price could push towards 300k in profit as a playing cash cow, which is just absolutely tantalizing. The extra bonus is he could become the side's designated kicker. And if we look back at 2022, he was leading Carlton's kick-ins up until he got injured in round 9. And that was ahead of Doherty, Sard, Newman, and McGovern, all of which should be in Carlton's best 22, provided they are all fit. And this does go some way to suggest that they rate this part of his game, and he could once again step up to the plate for some easy Supercoach points with those kick-ins. Verdict-wise, I think it's just straightforward lock and load. Simples, as they say on comparezemeerkat.com.au. They'll say the exact same thing. Lock him in. Simples. Liam?
Is he best 22? 100% best 22?
100%. Hands down, best 22. Always has been. Always will be. Quality player, great kicker. And I think that's part of the reason why they were using him as that kick and taker. And when he went down, probably no surprise that the likes of Doherty, Sard, and Newman, and then McGovern to a lesser extent stepped up to the plate. But I think even if he's not the designated kick and taker, I think he will be very much like, who did we speak of in the previous episode that was, I guess the second or third in chain with
Houston.
Houston. He's going to be used for his quality kicking coming out of defense if he's not that designated kick-in taker. So no worry there at all.
Cool. I agree. In my side, hasn't moved just because 216k. I mean, I'm just looking back at his previous starting prices.
Yeah.
He started last season at 425k. Obviously, we couldn't play him. The season before, he was 461k. Played the 9 games. Season before that, 458. And in 2020, he was at his highest price of 551.7k as a starting price. So you're getting him at 216k. And I think we always talk about him and go, oh, you shouldn't pick him because he will never play a full season. Doesn't matter. His price of 216k. He makes you 150k, you get rid of him. That's all you need him for.
He's like any other cash cow, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. This price is a cash cow. If he gets, I would keep him. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to break down, unfortunately. But you would keep him until at least then, because he's probably going to keep making you cash until then. So he hits that 150k, you can probably keep holding him. I think that's the interesting thing with him. I will be starting him. Yep. I think everyone should be. Simple.
Yep.
Simple.
Simples indeed.
You know who's joining the Meerkats?
Who?
Koshi. Koshi's the chief, I don't know, economic advisor or something. I don't know.
Oh, I have seen his face on the side of a bus.
Yeah, on the side of, He's
Yes.
like, join the Meerkats. So much for focusing on Port Adelaide.
Oh my Lord. Is he trying to become the next Eddie Maguire and just do anything but
Just everything.
being a president? Incredible, isn't it? Absolutely incredible. But
Anyway.
yeah, Zachy Williams, lock him in. Unfortunately,
Yep.
as a baggers man as well, it hurts me to say that he probably will break down, more than likely, given history. But apart from, I mean, compared to other cash cows, he's going to be a playing cash cow and one that will produce good scores provided he's fit. So that's a bonus.
Of the list we've got here, I'm just having a quick look before I make this big call. No, of this list here that we're going to talk about today, he should be number one picked.
Yep, numero uno.
No doubt, actually. Even more than like the lower price players, I think he's going to have more cash to make. It'll just be about him not breaking down. So hopefully, yeah. It's like a five. It reminds me of a five in a sense. You don't want to pick five thinking you're going to play him for the season.
Yeah.
But it's okay now. Like that was my issue with, I think him, I can't remember when it was it 2-3 years ago when we were talking about whether you should play him or not, pick him or not. And we were all talking, it was at that higher price and it was a case of, well, he's going to break down. At 216, it doesn't matter. Like it really doesn't matter. You shouldn't factor in as a concept, I don't think, because he'll have the job security and the scoring potential, and it's just going to be about him making cash.
Yep, spot on.
But let's move on to another defender option, and it is Massimo D'Ambrosio, 224.8k, 40.3 was his 2023 average, and only has the one bye moving across to the Hawks. He found himself there after a trade from the Dons, seeking further opportunities as he was restricted to just 8 games in 2023, with 5 of those games being sub-affected. Despite having off-season knee surgery, the club is confident he'll be fit come the season opener if he is selected. Being a young side, there is a fair possibility he will be able to find himself in the Hawks' best 22 come round 1, but nonetheless, it is still a wait and see. For me, one to watch at 224k, not super interested. I don't think he's shown enough to be worth it. I think he'll be a good player. I think he'll be good for the Hawks. The issue I think I see with him is a bit of a lack of defensive ability or defensive accountability. And that's why I think he isn't still at the Dons, or he wasn't played as much during last season for the Dons. And I think that'll be his issue with potentially a Sam Mitchell side, is he'll just need to make sure he's got that up and running. But yeah, if he plays round 1, consider him if there's a real glut of other options, but I don't think there will be. So I will be looking elsewhere personally. Yep.
I am short and sweet, and I am agreeing. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Don't think we're really going to see, unless we see anything that blows us away, I think just, unfortunately, he is just scrolled down the list, scroll past him, but we thought we'd mention him nonetheless. Next up, we do have a bit more of a juicier prospect in Josh GIBCUS from the Tigs, and he's priced at 150.7k, and doesn't have a 2023 average because he was out for the entire year, was held back in his second season of his career, of course, due to chronic hamstring injuries, which saw him miss the entire season and sought treatment from a specialist all the way over in Qatar. But all signs are looking promising for a return to footy for GIBCUS. But in his debut season, he was able to manage an average of 53.9 from 18 games playing in defence and should be considered best 22. So job security is no issue here. So he does unfortunately have the double bye. But if he can reach that average once more in 2024 that I just spoke of 53.9 or thereabouts, he will be able to make us 150k hands down, no doubt about it. So in terms of verdict, another lock and load, I think, at this stage. Just one of the guys that I think a lot of people should have in their team.
Not as sold, because he's priced at 150. I think there's other guys with as good job security and potential scoring potential, who are at lower prices. So therefore we'll need to average lower to get the same amount of cash. But is he in my side? I actually don't know. He might be. Probably will be now that Chapman's out. Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm not as strong on him as a lock and load, but I don't see any issue with the pick. I think it's a good pick.
In 48% of teams at the moment.
Should be. I don't disagree. Moving on to the next guy on the list, and it is Nick Coffield, 123.9k, defender eligible, and he has no 2023 average because he did find himself written off for the second year in a row due to injury. So he does find himself in new surrounds, and sometimes that's what a player needs. Not having played those since 2021, we'd normally not think twice about such a player, but at a rookie price for someone who is going into their 7th year in the system, it's hard to say no. Real mature body at 123.9k. It's what you want.
Yeah.
Also has shown us, good averages in the past of 63.2 and 79.4 in his 2 most recent seasons. He presents as a very viable cash cow with the ability to generate the magic 150k we seek from rookies. You could probably get even more from him as well. In terms of verdict, one to watch. I assume the Bulldogs traded for him, didn't they? Or did he? Yeah, it was a trade.
Yeah, traded for him. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd expect that they see him in some sort of role. Just want to make sure he is lining up in their best 22 before you pull the trigger 100%. He is in my side at the very least as a placeholder, but I think he'll be one to consider. If he's named for round 1, he should be in your side.
Yep, 100%. And yeah, it's very rare that you get an opportunity to select, a player that's going to his 7th season at 123.9k. Obviously, there's a reason for it, as you spoke of, with regards to his injury issues, but very much similar to Zach Williams. All he needs to do is last, a couple of months, and he'll be able to make us some nice cash. So Liam, let us move on to the next player. I've reserved one of the players that was coming up to a little bit later because I want you to talk about him because he's one of your own. But first up, we have Marty HORE at 123.9k and does unfortunately have the double bye considering the D's play in round 0. Now, with Marty HORE, he might sound like a familiar name, and that's because he was on Melbourne's list back in 2019, and he proved to be a rookie dynamo, averaging 70.6 from 14 games. And this featured a run of scores from rounds 4 to 12 of 86, 96, 86, 88, 89, 75, 116, and 94. And during this time, his price skyrocketed from his starting price then of 117.3k to 418k. But unfortunately, after that, injury hit, and he did finish the season with a couple of down games with scores of 33 and 40. And I still think he was quite stiff, but he ended up getting the chop from the Ds. But of course, now finds his way back on their list. As to whether he can get a crack in round 0 or whether he sits as pure depth remains to be seen and is something to track across the course of the preseason. In terms of verdict, he's in my side at the moment, purely probably just as a placeholder, knowing what he is capable of when previously at, AFL level at his starting price, but unsure, of course, if he is best 22. So is one to watch, but he's in there at present. Liam?
Nothing to add, really. I think you nailed it. He's in my side as well, if nothing else as a placeholder. If he's named round 1, and the job security looks good, I will be playing him because I think scoring potential is definitely there with him. Now, moving on to that player you did mention is from my mob. It is Zachary. I don't know if his name is Zachary. I just made that up. Zach Reid. 123 points. Whatever I like, I guess. Make up these players' names.
Call him Dick. Dick Reid. Zach. Well, Zach's got to be short for Zachary.
Surely it's Zachary. Not Zachariah. Surely not.
Yeah. Well, is your name Liam short for Liam Mariah?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know where. Liam Mariah.
You'll find it on the weekend when I have to say my full name, my full legal name.
It's like Mariah Carey, Liam Mariah. Liam Mariah Carey. Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, Zach Reid rise to 123.9k. He did not play in 2023, so doesn't have an average for 2023 and has the only one bye playing for the Dons. So comes in at a rookie price despite being in the system for 3 years so far and having played just 8 games. Injury has really hampered his early career at the Dons, though this preseason he does seem to be fit and firing, ready to take on a key defensive post at the Dons. Standing at over 200 centimetres, he'll be playing as a key position defender, though. With the acquisition of Mackay, you would expect that he does play on the second tall as opposed to the first tall or the first key forward. Will be a bit of a slow burning cash gen in that role, obviously. But at 123.9k, I think we can plant him firmly on our benches and watch that cash slowly build. I think, yeah. Does he have the job security though? I mean, by all reports from Don's training and intra-club matches, he's been picked in the first side most weeks and appears to be likely to be playing round one. And I have to say he's looked pretty good. Though could have some competition with Baldwin, also having a strong preseason, but mostly but Baldwin having mostly played in the second, I guess, team. So I do think that I think Reid plays round one, unless injured, or something like that. I think he'll have some competition for his spot, but I don't think it'll be a strong competition. I think Baldwin, while I do like Baldwin, I think they're slightly different players. So I think he's less likely to get his role taken away from him. And I think they want to persist with Reid as the future of Essendon's backline and get him some time. So in terms of verdict, he's not currently in my side. He has been in my side, but could come back in. I've got a lot of placeholders at 123.9k in my defense.
Yeah, I was going to say, who have you got in your team? If you haven't got GIBCUS and REID, and well, you're COFFIELD.
I've got, so who's my this is my backline. I'll read it out. I don't care. Hasn't changed yet. So Dacos, Stewart, Young, Chapman, obviously will change. Williams, GIBCUS was in my side. I think I might have changed him to Chapman.
Okay,
Williams, because I found some cash. Williams, HORE is my is my D6. And then on the bench, I've got Oscar McDonald at 123k as a placeholder and Caulfield at 123.9k as well. So Reid probably becomes McDonald at this stage, or I find, and probably Chapman goes down to a GIBCUS, freeing up 100k, which would be nice to use somewhere else.
I've actually got your man, Zachariah Reid in my team, as we'll call him. He is on the bench at the moment. So, would you say with the departure of BZT, Zerk Thatcher, is he kind of coming in to fill that spot in a sense?
I think long term they'll want him to be the key defender.
Yeah. Okay.
So to play the Mackay role, I guess, build up some muscle, and he's just like that lanky. He's got the lankiness. He's got the Dustin Fletcher about him in a sense. Just able to get his arms everywhere. I think that's what long term the role will be. I think realistically, he probably was the BZT. BZT should have been the second tall as opposed to the key defender. So I don't think I'm trying to think in terms of real competition. I mean, Baldwin's a bit shorter. Probably doesn't have the height, so probably doesn't play that role. Lewis Hayes, who was last year picked up not in the most recent draft, the draft before, he's a bit more of a prospect. He is like a spitting image of Dustin Fletcher, redhead and everything. He's probably the main competition, and I don't think there's competition there though at this stage. I think Reid will get strong job security, just purely basically wanting him to play that role and get comfortable at AFL level.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, hopefully he can play in round one and give us a nice little cash cow option. But let's round it out with our last discussion point on Toby Pink. And he is priced at 123.9k. And obviously doesn't have a 2023 average because didn't play at AFL level. In fact, it's been 4 years since he was actually delisted by the Swans. And Pink now finds himself as a Roo after being picked up in the delisted free agency window to strengthen their defensive key position stocks in light of Ben Mackay departing for the Dons. And as we always highlight with lockdown key tools, as we just did with Reid, their ability to put up a consistent score is a shortfall. Unless Pink somehow is groomed as a loose intercept player, he won't be anything more than a very, very slow burn cash cow. Besides his scoring potential, I must say his job security isn't guaranteed despite being a bit more of a mature age type recruit. Verdict. So probably goes without saying, one to watch. And if we're struggling for options, he may be viable, but without solid scoring potential or job security, he is a pass at this stage.
Mm, I don't mind him, just purely as like really plant him on the sidelines,
Mm.
on the bench, and just ride the cash that's going to be Chesser level over 14 rounds or something, and then he finally makes 150k. No, I think again, if you're going to pick, like, it's like a GIBCUS has shown that he can score well. I mean, Pink's going to get lots of supply in the sense that he's playing in defense for
For
North,
North, yeah.
which will help him immensely in terms of just the ball being down there. But of those guys, I think he's the lowest option, or the last option I'd probably want to go with. I think there's more upside with the others. There's more job security with GIBCUS. There's more job security with REID. HORE's got scoring potential, job security questionable, and I'd say Nick Coffield's a bit of a hard one. I think he's got scoring potential. Job security is a question mark at this stage. But I think that all, just the role. Like, is he 100% best 22? Does he play round one? But yes, I think so. And Toby Pink, I think, just has too many question marks over him. But I don't mind it if you really need someone.
Yeah, at a pinch, yeah. Yep. Well, Liam, before we sign off this episode, I just want to make mention to those tuning in that it is your big wedding day tomorrow as this goes to air. It's funny saying it tomorrow because mention that we're actually recording this much further in advance as SuperCoach preseason prep takes a backseat to wedding prep, and didn't really want to run the risk of you being divorced prior to getting married, if that were at all possible.
I don't know. In recent days, I think I've pushed it.
Well, Liam, just remember, if that does come to pass, you have.
Yes, I've got the mistress.
Waiting.
It's all right.
You got the mistress waiting.
I think I pushed it the other day when I made the joke that in my wedding speech I was going to say, "Oh, this is practice for my second wedding."
Oh, very good. That's good. That's good gags. I would be laughing. I'd be one of the few people laughing hysterically.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I told that to a few people, and no one was on board with the joke. Surprisingly.
Oh, that's good. I like that. That's good gags. That's good humor. You're a gags man, and especially a few people that are gag people and love it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What were we going to say? Especially after what?
No, especially after, I don't know, just other things I've been saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm pushing
you can push it only so far, but no, it's going to be an absolute ripper.
Good. It will be fun,
and I will be watching with bated breath that.
That ring is
that she would slip this. Imagine if you put this in her finger, and she'd be like, "Look, I'd love to see just in terms of her reaction. Like, you'd be like, okay, yep, best man, yep, rings." And you just like hide it, and then she's like, "You're holding because obviously done it before." And you're like, hold the ring, and then you may put the ring on, and then she's like looking down, and you see this ring sliding onto her slender finger,
and she's like, "Oh, this is lovely. What are you talking about?" She'd be very pleased, I reckon.
Yeah, she would be over the moon. In fact, she would have, like, the wedding ring that you chose. She would be like, "No, where's the nearest toilet? Flush it down the toilet."
Yeah,
because
this. I've got this.
Better. I've got this. Jeez, this is going to weigh her down as well because it's got some weight. But nah, jokes aside, Liam, I just, wanted to wish you all the best for tomorrow, and Jacqueline, your beautiful fiance and wife to be. On behalf of our collective viewers and listeners, we just want to say congratulations.
No, thank you.
And as a married man, lap it up, because the day does flash past very, very quick. It felt like I blinked a couple of times and the day was over. And you're just going around, just schmoozing, mingling, all that sort of stuff. But it is a day of fun, despite the nerves leading into, I guess, the ceremony. But once the ceremony is done, and yet this ring is on the finger, you don't have to worry. It's literally just party central. So lap it up, enjoy, and I can't wait to officially call you my brother-in-law when we record our next episode.
That will be plenty of fun. Plenty of fun to come. Looking forward to it.
Well, you see, marriage is a lot like an orange. First, you have the skin, then the sweet, sweet innards.
I have to say, when you said tomorrow, I did have a slight panic, because despite the fact that I do know that it is, about 6 days away now. I was like, oh no, what am I doing?
Whoops.
I'm not meant to be here.
Tomorrow, what's the time? Ooh. We've still got so much to do. Whoops.
You've got to
That
write
would
the
be cool.
speech.
It looks like you're pulling an all-nighter.
Oh.
It would have come in handy anyway, because take it from me, I didn't sleep at all. Like I'm one of the best sleepers of all time, and can sleep within at least, if you heard of the military sleeping method, apparently it's like the visualization and
breathe
all
or
that,
something
and your
stuff,
breathing and all that sort of stuff. And it's good. You fall asleep within 2 minutes. I'm like that. But this, like the night leading into the wedding, I literally could not sleep. It was insane. It was like I was on death row, which some people might say is probably equivalent to getting married. Better not say that too loud. The ring is back on the finger, by the way, if she's about to walk in.
It's okay.
Burst in, not walk in. But yeah, it would have helped you now, because there's no sleep. But if you sleep, lap up the sleep, because I was absolutely cooked.
I reckon I'm
By the end of the night, I was just running on adrenaline from start to finish.
I reckon I'm just gonna I don't know, just go for like a 20-kilometer walk during the day, just to I don't know, tire me out or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably not a great idea. But
that still might happen, and you still might not.
Yeah, I'm still just sitting there
staring at the ceiling. Yeah, because I was absolutely cooked leading into actually, because I had my best man around and we were like playing FIFA, and I remember Ash was like, do not spend the night playing FIFA like until the early hours of the morning. It was like midnight. It was fine. And I'm like, I was pretty tired. I was yawning. Like, yep, whatever, no worries. And went to sleep, and went to bed hoping to go to sleep. Didn't happen. Yeah, is what it is. But
yes.
all the very best, Liam, for that.
No, thank you.
Look forward to celebrating with yourself and Jacqueline. But that does, of course, for this episode, round us out for not only this episode, but also our entire line-by-line analysis across the preseason, as we now turn our attention to the unofficial match sims and official preseason games over the next couple of weeks.
Yes, but before that, we will obviously be releasing our frequently asked players episode, where we touch upon the players we may have missed in our line-by-line analysis that you may have asked for some to provide us some extra insight on, or maybe it's a pod that we haven't touched on because they are a pod, and you think you found some gold there, and we'll enjoy looking at that.
Yep, exactly right. And it's all happening. It's all happening, Liam, because your wedding is tomorrow. Wink, wink. Once this goes to air, not as
Panic has started again.
The adrenaline is going through the roof. So this is what's going to help you go to sleep a bit easier. Not that you need to go to sleep tonight early because your wedding's tomorrow. It's this coming Saturday. But as people are listening to this and tuning in and watching us,
yes,
it's tomorrow.
Just imagine I'm not asleep if you're watching this tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Just imagine Liam's laying there looking at the ceiling. But as we come out of your wedding, we will be rounding into the unofficial preseason games. And then the week after is the official AFL preseason. And the week after that, it's the official season. Kicks off, Liam. And I'll be there, front row. Actually, not front row, but I'll be there watching Carlton hopefully dismantle Brisbane, which is funny to say considering the game will be at the Gabba. But looking forward to the weeks. So literally yours is like the bookend to the start of the next month that is going to be action-packed. So Liam,
it will be action-packed.
I'm looking forward to this and kicking things off with your wedding, as you will be, no doubt.
Be good. Will be good. And I think, you know what? Might even throw a couple of team reveals in there.
Oh, exactly right. Yep. Yeah,
I haven't done one yet.
You haven't done one?
I haven't done one yet.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of have revealed it today. At least Defenders. It was a sneak peek.
Yeah, a sneak peek for Defenders Week. Yep.
We'll get out the whole team. It might change a little bit before then, but we'll do it.
Well, this will be more accurate.
That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do when I'm awake at 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, sorry, tonight, yes.
Wait, I'm very confused.
Yeah, this is like time machine.
I'll just be looking at my SuperCoach side. That's what I'll be doing. Using the time productively.
You know what's going to happen? When you're at the altar, Jacqueline's going to see how tired you are, the bags under your eyes, and she's going to be like, you spent the night with the mistress, haven't you? And you're going to be like, who?
No.
She's going to be like, the mistress that is SuperCoach. And then she's going to look down and see that you're wearing that ring.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yes, he got married to the other mistress before we were about to get married.
Oh,
Absolute classic. But yeah, with my team is completely, I reckon, changed at least 3/4 of the team, 2/3 of the team, completely different. But it's good. This is why it's good to have these analysis episodes, because we've chatted
it
through
changes
things,
your view. Yeah.
and it changes your view, and it makes you reconsider things that you may not have thought of in the first place. So even us, Liam, as hosts of this humble podcast, are still learning, and we're changing and adapting off the back of our research. So it helps.
And things change.
Helps us help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we see other things that have come out. Like Nick Martin was not someone that I was considering. He's in my side now.
Yes.
Or like a Chapman gets injured, throws, someone like I bring a GIBCUS in. Now I've got 100K extra. I've got 150K in the bank now. Like, what can I do with that? Can I move? I don't know. Can I move in someone else? McRae gets injured, throws another spanner in the works.
Yes.
All that kind of stuff. So it's interesting. It is interesting.
And tactically as well, like I only really touched on, we have touched on it with regards to the Giants players, the Tom Green, Sammy Walsh move and all that. But I've come up with something new, which I'll reveal right now. I was going to keep it. There's a bit of a treat for those people tuning in until the end.
That was genuine shock when you said I'll reveal it now. Yeah. I was waiting for you to say I'll reveal it in the next episode.
Yeah, I'm no Eddie Maguire hosting bloody Hot Seat or He Wants to Be a Millionaire, where he's like, we will reveal that after the break, and everyone's no. So I'm not going to be like that. I just thought I'd throw the twist in there. See, you didn't see that coming.
No, I didn't.
But the twist is, and I'll speak about it in a bit more depth, about that man that you just spoke of, Nick Martin. I've gone back to bringing Tom Green into my team. I'm going to start with Sammy Walsh, but I'm going to be trading out Tom Green to Nick Martin. Use the first couple of weeks to see how Nick Martin travels.
Yeah.
And then assess from there.
I rate it.
Bit different from those people that are thinking of trading Tom Green to Walsh. I wasn't going to do it. I backtracked and I was like, no, I want to start with Walshy. And I was like, there's another player that I'm not overly confident on, and I still need to see a little bit more of a, sample size on. And that man is Nick Martin. So,
no, I rate that. I do rate that as a move.
Little bit of a diamond move, a diamond in the rough move.
It is. I think so.
Yes. But Liam, in the meantime, for those people that want to reach out to us, if we may have, overlooked a player in the defensive rookie side of things, feel free to reach out to us. Comment section down below if you're watching us on YouTube. You know the drill by now. If you're listening to us via audio podcast, you can reach out to us via our socials, which, Liam, are
on Twitter at @supercoach_edge, Damon at DamoJ88, myself at Liam Evans _95.
Who? Don't you mean me? Myself?
Yes, myself, Liam Evans _95. Or is that you, David? I don't know.
Yeah, no one knows.
Are you Liam? Sorry, are you Liam Mariah?
Liam Mariah Carey. Is your middle name Carey?
I don't know. You'll find out at the wedding. You'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, tomorrow.
Stop.
You're not gonna end up rocking up to your wedding.
So confused.
And you're gonna end up rocking up there tomorrow, thinking that tomorrow as we record this.
I'm gonna end up turning up the wrong day.
Yeah, exactly.
And on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, you can reach out to us at SuperCoach Edge. Just search that, and we'll be there.
Yep, we will be there, and I will be at the wedding, Liam, wherever it may be, whenever it may be. It is on the 17th of Feb for those people tuning in, which is tomorrow as they listen to this, as they watch this. So, Liam, I put this ring on this finger to wed myself to the mistress that is. Sorry, I should whisper to the mistress that is SuperCoach. In case the wife is listening, but see the other wedding rings there, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
That's fine. But Liam, all the very best yet again. Looking forward to celebrating with yourself and Jacqueline. And we'll see everyone that's tuning in on our next episode, which is once you get to Hitched. So all the very best, Liam. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thanks. See you guys.
Catch you then.
Sorry. See you guys.